Taters, beware, you're in for a scare.
Hi everyone, Happy New Year! Oh my gosh, and don't we start the year with a bang. We're gonna get into it today, girls. Normally, with hater comment videos, I just get straight into the comments. However, this one needs a little bit of explanation beforehand. Now, I'm not gonna go into the ins and outs of who Andrew Tate is and what he did. That video would take too long. But, so Andrew Tate, the #1 internet misogynist, got into a bit of bother, shall we say, because him and Greta Thunberg were having like a go at each other. He decided he wanted to goad Greta for literally no reason because he's got nothing going on in his life. He just decides to attack this girl. She clapped back. Epic own. And of course, like me, all of the internet was rejoicing in the the owning that happened. And of course, we all did some tweets, blah, blah, blah. However, my tweet happened to get a lot of attention from the Andrew Tate fandom. Oh my God. So, should we have a little look what some of these people said about me? Let's go. Eat a weenie and grow some hair, you disgusting thing. Bald is for alphas only. Oh, apparently being bald is for alpha men only. Alpha. Can you imagine ever saying that? Well, I mean, this isn't by choice, so I really must be alpha. Sinead O'Connor, you're an alpha male.
Fight the real enemy.
Like, but also, eat a weenie. Eat a weenie. What? Are you 12? Who actually says the word weenie? What? What? Weenie? Weenie? Bro thinks he's a lizard. Lizards are actually very, very beautiful reptiles. And actually, yes, I am one. I live on the moon. David Icke was right. We actually live on the moon. We control the media. And I'm actually someone in very, very high power. I'm almost the same as the Queen. This person was also going after one of my followers who was supporting me and said, you worship some Tesla lizard. Why are you obsessed with lizard? Lizard. I mean, I'd be more than happy to be a Tesla lizard. Come on, where are all my trans people at? Let's go live on the moon, us lizards. Come on. Paid money for that check mark. Well, actually, I didn't. I've been verified since 2016, thank you. Who are you? Who are you? You also liked your own tweet. But then they carried on. Bro, shut up. No one knows who you are. And still you're verified. Nothing wrong if I like my own opinion. But there's a difference between liking your own opinions and liking your own tweets. Do you want me to tell you why you need to like your own tweets? Because this is you and this is me. Yet apparently, no one knows who I am. Also, what's out? Look at this. Does he look like an alpha male? Does it look like the face of an alpha male? No. Pathetic. Me. Oh, these people. Imagine liking your own tweet and going, it's because I like my own opinion. Loser. What's stupid as well is like they're making fun because I apparently bought my tick, which again I didn't. But Andrew Tate bought his tick. Be quiet, you absolute weasel. You look like the result of a botched lab experiment with a face not even a mother could adore. Well, true, she was a druggie. I mean, at least with this one, it's a little bit more inventive. You look like a botched lab experiment and not just like, you look like an egg, you're gay. Like, at least it's actually some kind of like originality to this. And this person also on their own Twitter says, free Andrew Tate or I will have to intervene. Oh, I'm sure the Romanian police are quaking in their boots. Oh no! If Aldoni's gonna come down here and show us his one testicle, like, I don't know.
Penis!
They really think they're like this army. Andrew Tate, how he hacks on the internet, put him in a real situation. Like, if he was actually in prison, he would be someone's little bitch boy within a day. These people don't actually do well when it comes to this kind of like actual aggressive confrontation thing. Yeah, he was an MMA fighter. He was a boxer, but that's like a controlled environment in a ring. All of it is like a front. It's like peacocking. This person here, free Andrew Tate or I'll intervene. What are you gonna do? The fact that you even think that you can do something, again, just solidifies to me how utterly deranged this community is. What are you gonna do? Your picture tells all. Well, thank you at James985881251. I'm sure your opinion really matters. It's always the names and the numbers after it. It's always like that. You look like a budget Lidl version of Tate, mate. Grow some hair. To be honest, Tate looks like a budget version of this. I also wonder, what is this whole thing about hair? Why are they obsessed with it? Like, they're mocking a bald person, but the person that they're idolizing and trying to rim the whole of is also bald. Why are you mocking a bald person when you're idolizing a bald person? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Also, glass houses, sis. Glass houses. And I also said that to this person, and they said, thank you for the compliments, though. Keep working on yourself. And actually, I do work on myself every day. And I work to improve myself every day as a person, which is why I'm so successful. And you're here rimming some weird-ass man on the internet because you're trying to be like him. I have everything that you want. And I didn't have to suck up to some misogynistic pig on the internet for it. We also got some extremists in here. Don't ever step foot in America because I will find you, bruh, and crack that dome like coconut. And that's a promise on my dead relatives. Ooh, and that's a promise on my dead relatives. Did you kill them all too?
Die. Everybody die.
You're idolizing bloody Andrew Tate this much that you're threatening to murder some random British person who just said you got owned by Greta. Like, can you imagine being that far gone? Like, literally, Lisa Scott Lee is quaking. What's also really funny about this whole situation with this person is he also sent me DMs with his address in and was like, come to America. I'll be there with like a 15 Glock or whatever, some gun or something. I was like, are you insane? The idea of like, I'm so invested in this, I'm just going to get onto a plane and fly to America to go meet Mr. 3x Skull. Bonkers! Without him, our future is in serious danger. I can't. How? I can't. How?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Do you know what poses a serious threat to our future? Climate change. That poses a serious threat to our future. That actually does. Do you know what also poses a serious threat to our future? The Tory government. Andrew Tate, actually, if he wasn't here, the future looks bright. You are part of a cult, and the fact that you can't see that you are part of a cult is really disturbing. Andrew preys on people like you, and you think you're these big hard men being like, yeah, alpha males, we are, yeah, let's go to Hooters and a woman. Like, that's exactly how you feel. There's literally videos of Andrew Tate on the internet being like, I like younger girls because they're easier to manipulate. Without him, our future is in serious danger. Why? What is he doing that's aiding humanity except for teaching a load of men that it's okay to abuse women? Like, it's just repugnant. Like, repugnant. I feel sorry for you, and not in like a endearing way or like a caring way. I think you are pathetic. Like, pathetic. This looking dude is calling everyone else simps and incels. Sir, how many people have you touched since you voluntarily decided to look like a lizard pincushion? Why lizard? What's with all the lizard? Everyone's obsessed with lizards.
I am the lizard queen.
I feel like these people have been listening to too much David Icke. I think that's what it is. They've gone down the conspiracy theory hole and thought David Icke, because I've been called many things over my years of YouTube. Egg, gay, all the, slurs, all the different things like Humpty Dumpty and like all this shit about being bald. But this is the first time I've ever started being called lizard. These people are clearly down the conspiracy theory hole of David Icke. But you are a load of simps and incels. That is exactly why you follow him, because he hates women, and so do all of you. You hate it. You hate anything feminine. You hate anything that could potentially be gay. You don't see the ridiculousness in what you're saying. You are simps for Andrew Tate, and you were all incels. Like, that is, you were literally radiating incel energy. And the fact that this person is thinking that, like, how many people have you touched since voluntarily decided to look like a lizard pincushion? Like, the fact that they think sex and that is like the be all and end all of life, I mean, it's good. Let's not get, let's not lie. But the fact that he needed to say this just shows that this is like, it's incel talk. They're like,
Why don't women want to have sex with me? All I do is beat them up and look like a gremlin. Why don't they want to have sex with me?
incel. I'm sorry you were neglected as a child and are seeking attention to be honest, I was probably given too much attention as a child. Oh my God, attention. Says the one who's like openly trying to get attention on Twitter. Like, oh, what the F is this? Are you okay? They had this really, really huge obsession with just like sending me photos of myself being like, have you looked at yourself? Yes, I look at myself every day, actually. Do you know what I see? Pathetic. perfection, just like Mary Poppins. And it's always the people that don't have photos. It's always the people who like, look what you look like. I mean, yeah, but you are so ugly that you do not have a photo. Who was also rejected to play the monsters in The Hills of Eyes because you looked too incest. You are literally a magpie's dream. What does that even mean? I'm a magpie's dream. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Again, it's almost like just sending photos of myself. I love how I look. I don't have issues with how I look. Hence why I don't change myself. I'm just sending photos of myself and being like, you look like this. I'm like, yes, I do look like this. And Jack Hart 577498822, you don't have a profile photo because you are repugnant. I don't get why someone like you should have an opinion. You don't even know who you are, subhuman. Because I know exactly who I am as a person. I know 100% who I am. Of course, I'm adapting and learning and growing as most people do over the years. But like, I'm successful. I have a wonderful life. I have wonderful friends. I have a wonderful surrounded like group. Have an amazing job that I absolutely love. And I have everything that these people want. And it's because I didn't just blindly follow some twat on the internet who thought he was a hard man. So amongst all of the actual hatred, like I had so many more comments that were like this. It was just like a stream of like simps going like,
Don't talk about my top G.
Of course, Andrew was then released from police custody. I don't know the ins and outs of the court, like the case. I'm not really going to talk about that. So like the first thing that Andrew tweets after he comes out goes, "The Matrix sent their agents." It's like he's a 14-year-old boy. He's obsessed with like, I escaped the Matrix. Like that was a film. Sis. But let's go through some of the replies, shall we? My top G is free. Oh my god, I couldn't sleep or shower or eat because the Matrix got you. Listen to... This is why, to me, this entire thing is just totally hilarious. When all these people are insulting me or coming after me, I'm like, I will never be offended by a fan, like an entire cult of people who say shit like this. I will like, how you how? It's like talking to a 2-year-old child. I'm actually, to be honest, 2-year-old child probably has more sense. So this comment I saw all the time. If Andrew Tate thinks, I agree. If Andrew Tate speaks, I listen. If Andrew Tate orders, I obey. If Andrew Tate has 1 million fans, I'm one of them. If Andrew Tate has 1 fan, I am that fan. If Andrew Tate has no fans, I'm dead.
Shut up, bitch!
You are in a cult. You were in a cult. This is a cult. You were in a cult. You were in a cult. A cult. You were in a cult. This is a cult. And there was like hundreds of other comments, but copy pasting this. You were in a cult. You were being controlled by someone that you keep saying that you're getting out of this like controlled mentality and you're not going to be controlled by the world. Then you openly get controlled by another person. You are a load of sheep. Sheep. You talk about how you're not sheep, but you're literally a sheep. How are you so stupid? How are you that stupid? Stupid to think that you're free. Everyone knew it was the Matrix attacking. Always trust in Tate. Can you hear yourself? How can you not hear yourself? How can you not hear yourself? Are you 13 years old? This isn't okay. So let's go into the Matrix situation. The Matrix situation, right? He acts like the Matrix want to kill you. The Matrix want to blah 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 blah. The Matrix want to control you, and that is literally what you are doing with your followers. And that is like they're talking about how the Matrix won't control me. Essentially, Andrew is the Matrix, and he is controlling everything you do. And what's stupid is the fact that if you want to escape the Matrix and blah, 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 Andrew Tate talks about this all the time.
I've escaped, blah, blah, blah.
If all like what he says is true, he has 33 cars, has all these houses, is so wealthy, and is completely fueling the economy and the ecosystem, which is supposed to be the Matrix. That doesn't make any sense. If you're escaping the Matrix, you wouldn't then give the Matrix millions and millions and millions of pounds. That is absolutely ludicrous. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I've escaped the Matrix, but have all of my money, Matrix, because I want loads and loads of cars, and I want loads of houses and loads of things, and I want to wear Prada and Gucci and have all the most expensive. That doesn't make any sense. It is a real way of like deflecting real serious things that are happening as like a spooky entity that's like controlling everyone. Like, it's basically like him saying, instead of saying the Illuminati. They're saying the Matrix. That's basically what it is. How can you not hear yourself? You sound like a 14-year-old angsty teenager who's shouting at his mum because you think you're actually a wolf. Like, it's so pathetic. The way the world flipped on you was fascinating. It really was. Even so-called freedom fighting conservatives were jumping on the other side. The entire world, and everyone didn't just flip on him. Everyone actually already hates him. And yeah, so this person, Mike, has replied to the whole thing saying, you're aware Twitter is an online social media platform and not the world, right? And someone says, that the whole world uses. Twitter is not the world. Okay. More people in the world, and the most people, to be honest, will despise Andrew Tate and his teachings and what he does to the world, will hate you, will absolutely hate you. Most people will hate him because what he says is utterly disgusting. There are, 8 billion people in the world? So if a few 100,000 people like his stuff, yes, that's a lot of people, but that's still a tiny portion of the world's population. Most people don't use Twitter. Only a tiny population of the entire world uses Twitter. They fired their last bullets and you're still standing there unfazed. Andrew Tate is one of the most insecure people in the entire world. He is rattled to the core by this, and he fakes it and pretends that nothing bothers him. If nothing bothered him, he would have no need to go for Greta to begin with. He would have had zero need to talk about how much money and wealth and cars he has. Secure people who are confident do not need to do that. They do not need validation from everyone else, and they do not need to control a load of people to make themselves feel like this alpha male. This is rattled him to the core. Like, anyone who actually associates themselves with him aren't doing it because they actually love him. They're hoping to get his money or hoping to get his fame. Like, that's why all of these people clamber so much to be on his side and be like, oh my God, free him. Because in their stupid pea-brain mind, they think,
one day, he'll be my friend, and I can have all of the things that come with being his friend. I want to be him. I'm going to emulate him, and I can have everything he has.
You're not going to have anything that he has. You're not. You're not ever, 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 ever. Because he is actually a leader, and you are a rodent. You will always be the person who was in high school, who followed around a group of friends, who actually none of them liked you, and you just happened to be there. You are always going to be his shadow. You will never have what he has.
Because you are not that kind of girl.
You will always be scum to him. He openly talks about hating his followers on... This isn't a new thing. He is a cult leader, and you were in a cult. A cult. And the fact that you can't see that is really sad. Really sad. I'm sure I stand for men as a whole saying this. We salute you in bettering all of us and improving us as people. And it breaks our hearts to know you may not have long left. He's dying, apparently.
You don't have much time left.
Get outside. Get outside. Get outside. How? Please tell me how he's bettered you. Because what he tells you to do is to attack women, treat them like shit, steal, scam. Like, his whole, Hustlers University is nothing more than a pyramid scheme. A glorified pyramid scheme. Go against the New World Order, they come for you. We're getting back to the Illuminati. Again, we're back to the Illuminati. See what I mean? Essentially, this Matrix thing they're talking about is the Illuminati. We've gone back to the Illuminati now. Like, this is not 2012. Like, move on. Remember when everyone just automatically bought everything they told us? That's literally what you do with Andrew Tate. That is literally what you're doing now. So this is someone replying to the whole thread, and it's a comment that I actually liked. I missed the part in the Matrix where Neo beat Trinity into submission so she'd earn him money. Exactly. Yes, Owen. Yes, bitch. This is the real teachings of Andrew Tate, is to attack and assault women and be horrifically misogynistic, homophobic, bigoted, horrible people. So, and if they kill me, I love you all, with a photo of him being arrested. They're now we're with you, Top G. And they're romanticizing this image of Andrew Tate being arrested. And people are going, it's a new album cover. It's it's bewildered. when you see this, it really makes sense as to how Andrew Tate has been able to make this cult that he has, because there are so many desperate people out there who have zero identity, have no idea what they want to do with their lives, are very insecure, and he preys on that. And this is basically how any kind of cult works. He preys on it and makes you believe that if you do these things, you'll be having sex all the time, you'll be really wealthy, you're gonna have the same, like, you're gonna be this beautiful human, like any kind of cult in the world. And he seeing things like the world is Twitter and this is how we feel and we're gonna take over, that, like, it's just, you are all brainwashed. This has been a rather interesting video. We are well and truly aboard that trigger train. Chew, chew, bitch. We are plunging to our death and we're going, bye, girls. And we're back from the dead. Unlike Andrew Tate, apparently, who is now, you know, doesn't have much longer left to live, apparently, due to some of these tweets. So the top G has been released from custody. I don't really know what to say that I haven't already said in this video. They're a cult. They're led by a cult leader. It's totally unhinged. The hypocrisy that this group has as well of, like, we escaped the Matrix, but I'm also going to spend so much money in the Matrix to fuel the Matrix economy to prove how much I'm not in the Matrix. It's oh, we're gonna wake up and we're gonna take the pill and we're not gonna, you know, listen to the establishment. Then you're just gonna listen to one crazy person who's on a power trip. The amount of people defending him when he has had, I mean, there's always been questions about who he is as a person, and like there are like some, you know, many like alleged RAPE that he's done. There's been times where he has, you know, assaulted women and treated them like scum, and like said that he likes younger women so he can like manipulate them. Like the things that he says about people and does, like, it's only a matter of time. So if he doesn't go to jail or prison because of this, people like Andrew Tate are going to end up in jail. Like, it's just going to happen. For money laundering either. Like, there was talks about him apparently, like, allegedly, like, money laundering and stuff. Like, I don't know how much money he actually has, but when people are so, like, have this bravado, is it bravado? Is that what the right word is? But like this show of like, I have so much wealth, I have so much money, I have so much power. I always think it's not actually real. And behind the curtain, most of it is like rented or not actually theirs or borrowed or, you know, stolen. Like I just can't imagine people like this actually having the wealth. Cause like, you don't really see Elon Musk waltzing around in like every designer you can, or, you know, apparently he lives in like a tiny ass house. Like, I feel like actual wealthy people who have real wealth and power don't flash it off like that. I feel like it's always like the ones who are kind of teetering on it, who might have a bit of money, who suddenly think that that's how you have to act, and suddenly they want to peacock and act like, anyway. I can already tell there's gonna be Andrew Tate fans for being like seething at the top of their lungs. I even put like a bit of it, I put some mascara on to be like, oh, twinkle, little twinkle sissy, because I know that makes them very upset. I'm gonna go and eat some food. I'm starving. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that are coming up. Thank you so much for joining me last year, and I hope 2023 we can do a lot more sort of commentary things, and I want to interject like a few different things onto the channel, so I hope you enjoy the content that is going to be coming up very soon. A massive shout out to more, it's like Patreon changeover day, so like half the names are kind of gone and things. So anyway, I'm not going to add the shout outs probably at the end of this one, but on my next video all the Patreon stuff will carry on. So thank you for all the Patreons who have been here for last year and this year. Thank you. I love all of you. If you would like to become a Patreon, I'm going really hard on Patreon this year. I'm going to make sure that I really put a lot of effort and work into Patreon and making it something really exciting for people to join, because I feel like I've kind of left it a bit sort of stagnant. So I'm gonna like amp up my Patreon sort of usage like this year. So come join the Patreon, come get some extra fun little rewards and some videos and video messages and everything. I'm also gonna be setting up a Cameo as well. Lots of things happening. Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch ever tell you that you can't be you. Why is that? Because you are not an Andrew Tate fan.